Scrutinizing viewers and subscribers, a very lovely day to you all. Welcome to my channel. I want to begin by saying I love the kind of opposition that the ADC is doing. I tell you the truth, I have been watching them since the adoption of the ADC, and they have strongly, be coming for the Tinubu's government where need be. They have talked about Tinubu's, constant trips, 42 trips under 26 months. They have talked about, the suffering of the masses. They have talked about so many stuff, and we already know that, okay, even within the ADC there's a problem. We cannot rule out the facts, because there seemed to be a faction that said, oh, we are not told about, we are not carried along with the whole adoption stuff, and all that. So, and that's is for you to know that, okay, the APC is working tirelessly to make sure that opposition does not stand. Now, this has prompted Atiku Abubakar, to call for the unity of the opposition, just so they can be able to unseat Tinubu come 2027. Now, the fact that Atiku Abubakar is saying this thing now has prompted a lot of people to say, yes, so opposition needs to unite, but you need to step aside, and act like, a godfather or god something. A lot of persons believe that in this whole bid, or in this whole quest to chase Tinubu out of the Aso Rock, that Atiku Abubakar need not contest. Mind you, they've been talking about the need for there to be no vote division between Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar. So people are saying, okay, I think we should act like elder statesman. Yes, that's the statement. Elder statesman, and allow Peter Obi to run for presidency and make sure that he supports Peter Obi. So the bottom line is that His Excellency Atiku Abubakar has called for the unity of the opposition, which I believe that, yes, you may not be able to have the entire, people together as opposition, having the same goal, the same vision. But the truth is that you still get to have a whole lot of individuals coming together to make sure that Tinubu is on seat come 2027. Nothing will go sweet me past, okay, we see, say, a competent person is being filled at the end of the day from the coalition or even from any other political party. I'm not saying they should give Peter Obi the ticket on the platter of gold before they go say, hey, it's because it's Peter Obi. No. What I'm saying is that there should be a free, fair election if Peter Obi is still going to run under the ADC. And then also, if they decide, I think we say, no, I think we should give it to Peter Obi, it is not also a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all, because look at the environment and you will see how people are clamoring for Peter Obi. So I'm going to be reading part of what has been reported, and of course, take some social media reactions to that effect. But before that, let me first of all show us this video where, one of the elders that we have in the community has come out to, warn Bwala over his recent statement about people from the southeast going to give Tinubu 75% of their votes. Like I keep saying, the hallucination and imagination is out of this world. I don't know where they wake up one morning and dream all this thing and then start saying it like that's just how it happens, knowing fully well what the southeast people they are like. So I'm going to show you the video and then we'll be back.
Please, if you are a friend to Daniel Bwala, please tag him to this video. You see, this is a problem you will have when people don't take their drugs as prescribed. When you are prescribed tinubumycin and you say, and they tell you, take 5 mil every day in the morning, you decide to take 20 mil 3 times a day, you begin to talk anyhow. You see, I see this Tinubu spokesperson as people obsessed with a delusion because they have to work for their daily bread. They have to work for what they will feed on. Now, it is amazing that a Daniel Bwala who in his village has people from his place that are suffering could be coming out to speak the way he does. Well, I don't blame him. As a person, I don't blame him. He has to work for his money. But let me address 2 things he said in that interview. That one, Peter Obi manipulated the Christians in the Middle Belt. Really? So, if that is true, what would you say about Peter Obi manipulating the Muslim votes in the North by declaring Muslim ticket? Look, if you want to go on that religious line, trying to paint Peter Obi as one who is manipulative with religion, I think Tinubu should wear that crown, because it is religion. It is the sentiments of religion from the core north that gave Tinubu the vote he got from the north. It is the consideration of religion that led Tinubu to pick a Muslim running mate. Otherwise, he wouldn't have gotten the vote. So don't go into that religious terrain, because Tinubu is the guiltier culprit. Besides, Peter Obi did not vote on the basis of religion in the Middle Belt. Those who feel persecuted by the marauding you-know-who, those who feel persecuted are those who felt Peter Obi's presidency will free them from the persecution they suffer and endure in the north. That is the biggest consideration that led to Peter Obi getting his votes in the Middle Belt. And it's a reaction to the Muslim ticket of the Tinubu's government that led to Peter Obi's vote in the Middle Belt. So get it straight and don't get it twisted. Then you also said that Tinubu will get 2 million votes in the southeast. Well, I think that is true, because all the palm kernels that the Igbos produce in the southeast will be registered to vote. So the palm kernel seeds will come to the polling unit and throw their votes. You know, sometimes when I see people like Daniel Bwala, I'm tempted not to blame the politicians, because these are the people that will go and tell you, oh God, don't worry, we don't assure you. And then in your vote, you gave us a strict warning. I mean, you let us out on the strategy of the APC. And I want Nigerians to pay attention, because in their euphoria, like I told you, when they take too much of this tinubu mycin, instead of taking 5 mil, they take 20 mil 3 times a day, when they're supposed to take 5 mil once in a day. They begin to expose certain secrets, because they said all the governors are working for Tinubu. Last I checked, governors don't vote. It is the people that vote. But when you take that statement in its materiality, that is, the governors will work to rig elections for Tinubu. Let me tell you, this rigging thing that APC are planning, this rigging thing, you will set this country on fire. This rigging thing that you are relying on, it will not be like 2023. Don't try it. This rigging thing that you are going to set this country on fire. Don't think you rig this election and all you are not going to snatch anything. You will not snatch anything. Daniel Bwala, you better go and tell Tinubu, he is not going to snatch anything. Before even run, say we don't cut one of your leg, come out. You're not grabbing and snatching anything, and you certainly will not run with anything. So if that is what people are relying on, that governors will suppress the people in the states and declare their own figures to Tinubu, it won't work. Oh, you better just have it now. It won't work. Okay, I leave it here.
If there's one thing I've come to understand from every statement that the APC make, if there's one thing I've come to realize, it's never for us to take it lightly. That's something we should hold, scrutinize every single statement they come out to make. We have seen statement that they've made, statement of threat, and then they come out to tell you it's no threat. We have seen statement of, signs that they are going to rig the election, and then they come out to tell you, find a way to, to convince the people that what people are thinking is not what it is. Look, it is good that we begin to scrutinize every statement that they made. I listened to Daniel Bwala, and I tell you the truth, that the whole plan of, the whole talk about Peter Obi not getting 2027 ticket, it is something they have started working on, to make sure that no political party gives Peter Obi ticket. Even within the ADC, there is something like that. If we don't even watch it, why is there division? Wait, when we get close to 2027, even from next year, that's when you start understanding that these people really, they are planning, or they've been planning something deadly against Peter Obi, and of course against the opposition. Daniel Bwala, I don't know how he came about the whole thing, because he's not the first person saying it. Benjamin Kalu, the deputy speaker, has said so. Ojuzo Kalu has come out to say so. How they are going to get those votes from the east. I don't know how they want to do it, because these individuals, they should understand that the east is not like other zones. You see, southeast and south. They are not like other zones, where people so crave for payments for them to even help you. You find that a higher number of people don't send you. Like, they don't give a hoot who you are. If they don't want you, they don't want you. In fact, those individuals should even be afraid of themselves. They should be fighting for their own safety. They are not even sure if the Southeast people will even send them back to the house, let alone trying to convince the Southeast to go and vote for Tinubu. And all this thing they are saying, the governors, me, I know that the essence of them pressuring, coercing, or even begging, whichever method they know they want to use, to get the governors on their side, I know that the sole reason is for these people to be able to rig for them. Just like what Nyesom Wike was able to do. So then go think and say, okay, we should be able to replicate this thing in other states, what Nyesom Wike did in Rivers State. Make I tell you, 2023, like he said, is not 2024. These people should understand that Nigerians are, in fact, they are more angry than they were in 2023. They are more angry. It is not all this thing they come out to doctor certificate, statistics to give to us. They think Nigerians will just come. Nigerians are just taking the thing hook, line, and sinker, and then Nigerians will allow the governors to go. No. Since the governors have the power to do everything, the governors might as well go and vote the 2.5 million votes they want to give in each of the states. They might as well go and do that. Opposition, please, their eyes should be open to all these things, because I tell you the truth, the way INEC is moving now, talking about prison inmates, something I've never heard before. Please, if prison inmates don't vote before for Nigeria, feel free to educate me, enlighten me in the comment section. Something I've never heard before. All of a sudden, they want prison inmates to come and vote, which I know is also part of the rigging plan. Opposition, please, be aware that there is a plan for prison inmates to vote. So take note of these things. How una won't fight those ones. How una want to make sure say election there is free and fair. There are agents, there are cameras to capture everything that is going to happen. Tinubu and the APC is clearly on a mission to destroy Nigeria, so we have to stand up. Opposition have to stand up, and that is why I agree, with Atiku Abubakar talking about the unity of the opposition. Unfortunately, you can't have 100% of people uniting. So if you can get the 80% of opposition really coming together to unite and make sure that the purpose of unity is for a better Nigeria, not just to grasp power, for a better Nigeria, then it is good. Let me read that part of what has been reported, and of course take social media reactions before we come back to wrap this up. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has called on Nigeria's opposition parties to unite and put their house in order to reclaim the country in the 2027 general elections. This comes as the Southern and Middle Belt Leaders Forum declared that the opposition is currently in disarray and stressed the need for a united front to challenge the ruling All Progressive Congress APC. Media advisor to Atiku, Paul Ibe, exclusively told Vanguard in Abuja that the opposition must prioritize unity and patriotism to provide an alternative leadership capable of addressing Nigeria's socio-economic and political challenges. He commended the Southern and Middle Belt Leaders Forum for their patriotic stance, noting that their call for unity reflects a desire to save Nigeria's democracy from sliding into a one-party dictatorship. What they have said is indicative of their level of patriotism. It shows clearly that they have the interests of Nigeria and Nigerians at heart. They understand that unless and until you have a very united opposition, it's going to be difficult to have a viable platform to oust the APC, he stated. The Ibe emphasized that the forum's statement highlights the frustration of Nigerians with the current state of the nation, urging the opposition to mobilize citizens and provide leadership that can rebuild the country. The leaders of these zones have shown clearly that they are amenable to joining hands with the opposition to oust the APC and provide an alternative government. It behoves the opposition to put itself together because the people are waiting, available and prepared to work with us. He further warned against the APC's attempt to establish a one-party system, describing it as a threat to Nigeria's democracy. Now, this, amongst other stuff, was also reported by the Vanguard, so you can actually visit, the Vanguard for further reading on this. Now, let me take some social media reactions. Because some people actually agreed, to the unity thing, but they believe that Atiku should step aside. Kobundo saying, take the lead, step aside, man. Let the younger, more capable hands do it. Don't let those who feed off your steady context against all principles and gentleman's agreement to use you again, unless, of course, you are working for the drug lord. Nachi saying opposition must unite, but same article is busy dragging Southern presidency. It's time to start respecting the zoning policy of the presidency and stop being selfish and obsessed with political power. Learn from your mistakes, Mr. Atiku. Anthony saying, if you will cooperate with opposition by helping them, not crashing their hope with wrong timing presidential ambition. And then we'll have Santos saying, show that you love Nigeria enough more than your ambition. Prove your love for Nigeria. Now you can see that the attack is more on His Excellency Atiku Abubakar to lead by example. Now let's return to the video to wrap this up.
Tell you the truth, it is important for the opposition to actually unite. The disarray in the opposition is something that you will see and know that, okay, this is the handiwork of the APC. And I wouldn't say I want to blame the APC 100%, because these individuals who are causing disarray in these opposition parties decided to do so. They decided to do so. After all, they are being paid as being alleged. So it is now left for the party to know the kind of measures they take against these people. E.g., look at the Labour Party. Abure still there. So what is Abure still doing to the point that Abure will have the mindset to, to have pick up microphone and have the media and then grant interview? What is he still doing there? What lasting solution are they taking? Every other day, Abure will come out and talk. When the Supreme Court has ruled out Abure as the national chairman of the APC, of the Labour Party. There are other, pointers to the fact that, okay, the opposition parties need to sit up. There is even no one-time decision, one-time action taken against individuals that they suspect, is trying to work with the APC or working with the APC to cause disarray. There is no one-time lasting solution, one-time decision. And that is why I feel like, okay, there is also laxity on the part of these opposition leaders. There is also failure from their own parts. Massive failure. So may them try. It is very important, because they know say from now till 2027, Tinubu will keep doing. The only time Tinubu will relax is after election, if APC don't help bring her in, which of course Nigerians, we are also fighting to see that it does not happen. It doesn't happen. In fact, I believe the kind of treatment meted to one is he official electoral officer in, I think it's Democratic Republic of Congo, where she was given massive beating. To the point where we say they naked down. I think that thing happened sometime last year or sometime last 2 years. So it don't reach time we say the anger go reach to descend on these individuals with all our power, all our might, if they try to rig any election. Opposition, I will not blame the APC 100% for what is happening. I would rather put the blame, chunk of the blame on the opposition leaders, because they have failed to be decisive over what is happening in their political party. You no go take anything to suspend those individuals. Expel them, not be even suspension. Expel them. They can go to any other place that will accept them. Expel them. So it is left for them to decide if their house will remain in disarray or if they will come together. The ADC themselves, made them better, they watch them. They shine their eye too. It is very important. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave your opinion in the comment section. Kindly subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Click on the notification bell the moment you subscribe. That's where you get to know as soon as I publish video. Drop your opinion, please.
tell me what you think about, you know, people saying Atiku should step aside. I'm telling the truth, I believe also that Atiku should step aside. I am one person that also believes so. But the thing is, we cannot hold him by the jugular and say, oh, Atiku should step aside. No. So let's see how things pans out. Hopefully, he might want to, you know, step aside for Peter Obi. Drop your opinion in the comment section. Thank you guys for all the love and all the support. I'm super grateful. God bless you richly. See you guys in my other videos. Do enjoy the rest of your day.